Recorded Books and RB Digital present Draft Number 4, On the Writing Process by John McPhee. Narrated by the author. Directed by John Sood.
Dedication. For Gordon Gund, who doesn't miss a word, and for Yolanda Whitman, who is unreluctant to say when words are missing, and to 1,000 Princeton students who have heard it all before. Author's note. This book derives from 8 essays on the writing process that have appeared in The New Yorker. One of them, Checkpoints, was included in a miscellaneous collection called Silk Parachute, but to a far greater extent belongs here and is republished here. Chapter 1. Progression. In the late 1960s, I was working in rented space on Nassau Street up a flight of stairs and over Nathan Casrell Optometrist. Across the street was the main library of Princeton University. Across the hall was the Swedish Massage. Operated by an Austrian couple who were nearing retirement and had been there for decades, it was a legitimate business. They massaged everything from college football players to arthritic ancients. And they didn't give sex. This, however, was the era when massage became a sexual synonym. And most evenings, avoiding writing, looking down from my window on the passing scene, I would see men in business suits stop, hesitate, look around, and then move toward the glass door at the foot of the stairs. Eventually, the Austrians had to scrape the words Swedish Massage off the door and replace them with a hanging sign they removed when they went home at night. Meanwhile, the men kept arriving at the top of the stairs, where neither door was marked. When they knocked on mine and I opened it, their faces fell dramatically as the busty Swede they expected turned into a short and bearded man. In this context, I wrote 3 related pieces that became a book called Encounters with the Arch-Druid. To a bulletin board, I had long since pinned a sheet of paper on which I had written in large block letters A, B, C over D. The letters represented the structure of a piece of writing, and when I put them on the wall, I had no idea what the theme would be, or who might be A, or B, or C, let alone the denominator D. They would be real people, certainly, and they would meet in real places, but everything else was initially abstract. That is no way to start a writing project, let me tell you. You begin with a subject, gather material, and work your way to structure from there. You pile up volumes of notes and then figure out what you're going to do with them, not the other way around. In 1846, in Graham's magazine, Edgar Allan Poe published an essay called The Philosophy of Composition, in which he described the stages of thought through which he had conceived of and eventually written his poem, The Raven. The idea began in the abstract. He wanted to write something tonally somber, sad, mournful, and saturated with melancholia. He knew not what. He thought it should be repetitive and have a one-word refrain. He asked himself which vowel would best serve the purpose. He chose the long O. And what combining consonant, producibly doleful and lugubrious? He settled on R. Vowel, consonant, O, R, lore, core, door, Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Actually, he said, nevermore was the first such word that crossed his mind. How much cool truth there is in that essay is in the eye of the reader. Nonetheless, I was doing something like it when I put ABC over D on the wall. For more than a decade, first at Time magazine and then at The New Yorker, I had been writing profiles, each by definition portraying an individual. At Time, I did countless sketches, long and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?